Our nation is a fucking disgrace. Salakia for the language, but I gotta definitely start this lesson off by calling it like it is. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai Bashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone rule well. Peace and blessings to the whole elect tabernacle of David. We got to get the hell out of here, man. When you see the mindset, you know, the behavior of our people, you just know that this is a God-forsaken people. It tells us that in Isaiah, the first chapter, that this is a sinful nation. It talks about how the head is sick. They're filled with all type of, bruises and putrefying sores, and there's no balm, there's no ointment for a healing. Yeah, our people they're broken, man. All right, and I saw a few of these videos on WorldStar, and I was able to go and type them up on YouTube, but I'm not going to even play the videos, because it's such a damn embarrassment. I don't even think I need to play them, but this is what's going on with Jake in the world. Now here it is, the enemy is getting ready to make moves, and this is what Jake is on. All right, you see Eve, there's no surprise what Eve does anymore. All right, when you look at the behavior of a lot of our people, man, dealing with our women, dealing with the men, and dealing with this younger generation, automatically I think about the Lamentations, the Lamentations by Jeremiah, prophet Jeremiah, man. All right, because the Lord was fed up, he was angry with Israel, and so the Lord brought the curses on Jake, and it left Jake in ruins, and it came to the point where Jeremiah started to lament. He mourned for Israel because of their estate, their condition. But Jake had it coming because Jake is wicked. They provoked the Heavenly Father to anger. See, he said, "My heart could not be toward this people." So there's just something that I saw on WorldStar, and I typed it on YouTube. Moms have a twerk contest at high school kids event in the college gym. So this is a high school event taking place at a college gym, and of course the N-Dub had to go and show the world, why she's a public embarrassment and why nobody has respect for her. Get out in the middle of the basketball court in front of all those students and parents and teachers and whoever else, and this is how you represent, your children. Go out there and get clout and be a damn whore. This is a straight up embarrassment, man. Jake is a disgrace. I'm not going to even play the video, but you see why the Most High, jack us up. And the nations look at us, and that's why it says that in Lamentations, the second chapter. You know, they hiss at us, man. So this was just one thing that I saw, and I was like, wow, you can't be serious. But no, this is what happens. This is why we're astonishment and a proverb and a byword among the nations. All right, we're a offscoring, man. Really, this is why the Lord's gonna eliminate 2/3 of Jake right here in America, man. They're too destroyed. They're too ruined. So they just gotta go, man. So, like I said, I'm not going to even play these clips. Y'all can go and see them on World Star Hip Hop, man. All right, and this was another one where this clown right here. This is also on World Star. This clown right here, he felt, it was more valuable to get on social media and clown his friend, his homegirl, that's clearly lifeless in the passenger seat. She's dying from a allergic reaction, and she's laying there lifeless. You can tell she's gone, but he's sitting there getting his little 2 minutes, for his internet clout demon. And that shit is a straight mental illness. Clout demons is a serious mental illness, man. That's what social media enables. It draws out those demons that are inside of you, man. Because there's some type of empty void that you need to fill. Jake is very vain and empty inside, man. And that's why you shouldn't, if you got children, you shouldn't even allow them to be on social media because they see stuff like this and they're very impressionable. So you as a parent, it would be very irresponsible to even allow them to be on social media like that because you see all type of just craziness, man. A lot of Noah's flood anti-Messiah behavior. People are shameless. They don't care what they do to get recognized, to get clout demons. You know, everybody want their 2 minutes. Everybody want their attention. They want fame. What type of soulless demon you would have to be to only care about rolling your camera footage when something drastic or tragic like this is happening? Sitting there dead, and all you could do is sit there and make jokes and put it up on social media. So our people are sick, man. They're sick in the head. So there's another one right here. All right. I mean, it's on World Star, and if you don't want to watch it, then I understand. I'm not going to even play the videos, but it's just to go to show you where our people are at mentally. Okay. Now, let me get a quick scripture, and then we're gonna go back into it. The last one that was the final straw. I had to do a lesson on it, but let me get this real quick in Isaiah and go to Isaiah 1 and verse 4, and it says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, and they are gone away backward. Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint." All right, and that's dealing with the 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 psychological condition of our people, man. And no matter how much punishment the Lord put on them, the curses being on Jake, they're still are hardened. They're still rebellious. You know, they don't even learn from the things that they suffer, and that's insanity, man. But they're just sick. They've been in this environment for way too long. Everything is about social media clout. Everybody got social media clout demons on them. Everything is about notoriety. Everything is about amusement, entertainment. You want to be liked amongst the world. You want views. You want good opinions about you. And the scriptures tell you in these last days, perilous times will come. People will be lovers of themselves, so they'll do anything. Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High. It says, from the sole of the foot even to the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been clothed, neither bound up, nor mollified with ointment. Just destroyed, man. All right. Let's get was that Jeremiah 4:22? And it says, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children. That word sottish means to be stupid. And they are stupid, man. Look what they do for attention on social media, man. Jacob go and commit a straight crime. You just got done committing a robbery, or you just, murdered somebody, and then you go on the internet and start bragging and boasting about what you just did, giving straight direct intel to law enforcement. And now we supposed to be yelling, free this nigga. You sottish, man. It says, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. All right. This is why our people are they're destroyed, man. Let's get Hosea 4:6. And it says, for my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. And they're definitely forgotten. They're definitely forsaken. Because look at what your children are doing, man. Look at them. Look at, and guess what? This the raw footage, which is graphic. All right, watch it, with caution. But it's on World Star 2. Now I'm about to play this real quick. Kids ages 12 and 14 killed in murder suicide. So let's listen to this real quick.
First on Fox. First on Fox. The end of the work week turns tragic as two children ages 12 and 14 are shot dead in downtown St. Louis.
Police are investigating these deaths as a murder-suicide. Fox 2's Dan Gray is live with this shocking case. Dan.
Yeah, an unthinkable tragedy, Jasmine and Mike. A lot of people shaking their heads, just asking a lot of questions. We're along Spruce Street between 10th and 11th in downtown St. Louis. Behind me, the Couple Station apartment building. That is where the shooting took place. Police say they found the children in an apartment shortly after 2 o'clock in the morning. They were pronounced dead at the scene.
Where did they get the guns from? And why would they do that,
The boy, 14, the girl, 12. Their names have not been released. Police did identify the girl as the suspect, meaning she pulled the trigger, killing the boy, then herself. Some people who work across the street from the Couple Station apartment building were left shaking their heads after learning of the shooting.
I mean, it's really sad to hear something like this, and it seems a little out of the ordinary. You don't.
Edomite bitch damn near smiling at hearing what just happened. And that's how, hey, when these nations, they see this kind of shit go on with Jake, they're amazed, but at the same time, that they're like, yes. All right, look at these niggas, man. This is why we treat them with disdain. Where the fuck were the parents at, man? The parents need to be put to death. Horrible. The type of guardianship, the stewardship of the parents among our nation, man. Yo. So I gotta go to the Lamentations real quick. I mean, that look on that Edomite's face at the end, that explained it all to me. I can't tell me that, like, let me hold on, let me run that back. Looked like she was damn near smiling, like, you know. Look at that. She's commenting on the tragic situation. She got a damn smile on her face. So you know how they feel and how they look at Jake. This Lamentations 2 and 15, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. Yeah, and like the person said that, I guess one of the neighbors or something, all they could do was shake their damn head. Like what the fuck is going on? It's all that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? This is why they find it preposterous that we can even be called the sons of the power, man. Y'all Israelites? Hell no. You? That's how they look at it. That's why they think it's a joke that we even know that we're Israelites or call ourselves Israelites. All right, the people of the Lord wouldn't do the shit that y'all be doing. But we see what the scriptures say about our people, man. This is exactly what they would be doing. All right, especially when everything around them is under the control of the wicked. It's nothing but just evil influences all around us, man. And Jake is born into it. You're given to evil from birth. That's all you see is wickedness, so you become desensitized to it. You go on World Star every day, you get desensitized to a lot of dysfunctional, degenerate shit, man, and it becomes norm. But this is a society ran by who? The man of sin, the man of lawlessness, the devil, the wicked. All right. It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. And all these nations, they all have that same sentiment. Jake is just a embarrassment around the world. That whole Will and Chris Rock thing. I mean, come on, man. Right at the Oscars, right at the Academy Awards, in front of a bunch of Edomites. It would take two niggas to embarrass Jake as a whole in that moment. You're a public embarrassment, and this is how the world sees you. Now that's another low moment in black so-called black history. Very low moment, man. You think they're gonna invite you niggas back to that? Because it was ironic how just a few years ago, it was actually Will and Jada that was talking about boycotting the Oscars because they had an issue with how they don't really invite too many black actors to that event. Then they finally get to come to that event. They get invited to that event, and this nigga calls a whole you know a whole spectacle. Now the whole world is watching, and even though I believe the shit was staged, but who would agree to do something like that to be a public embarrassment like that? Why would you continue to tarnish your own legacy? So this is how these nations are looking at y'all, man. Looking at Jake. That's why it's a good thing the Lord made a separation between his elect and the rest of the nation, man. All Israel is not Israel. So yeah, man. I immediately thought about, this lamentation here, when I saw these different videos, along with, that that Oscars, nomination performance right there on stage. It was clearly staged, man. I believe it. I believe it was staged. I believe the slap was real because everybody went back and saw the different camera views of the incident, and they was able to zoom in and play it in slow motion and capture it. But that shit was set up for real. And now everybody's talking about it. Now look at these niggas, man. These dudes are supposed to be multi-millionaires, and this how they behaving. So let me go from there. Let's go to Lamentations 3. We'll start at verse 45. It is Lamentations 3, verse 45, and it says, "Thou hast made us as the offscouring, and refuse in the midst of the people." This is why nobody wants anything to do with Jake. You had them Haitians that tried to come over as refugees, and they got turned away because Jake is an offscoring, man. Nobody want to be around Jake. Jake is heavily cursed. Look up that word, offscoring. You see, they ready to welcome them Ukrainians arms open. It says offscoring, refuse. Let me look that up. See what that say. It says offscorings, refuse, rubbish, or dregs. You know, that's the dreg is basically the bottom of the cup. You know, it's the most bitter part. Like you don't even drink that. You pour it out. It says definition of offscoring: someone rejected by society, outcast, something that is scored off, refuse. You know, this is why they didn't want those Haitians brought over here. All right, because Jake is under that curse. See? So it says, all our enemies have opened their mouths against us. Fear and snares come upon us, desolation and destruction. Mine eye runneth down with rivers of water for the destruction of the daughter of my people. And boy, oh boy, our people they're freaking destroyed, man. Totally. Kanye and his shenanigans with Kim, and then now this nigga Will Smith with Jada. And all of a sudden you a man now. Now you got some kind of dignity. But for the last few years, she was run into all type of jokes because she was embarrassing you. All right, making all kind of statements, very disrespectful towards you. But then the final straw is a random ass joke, a G.I. Jane joke. You know something is strange when you have a better chance of popping this man's wife than actually saying a joke about her without Will, turning it into a super simp. That's a damn shame, man. It says, "Mine eye trickled down and ceaseth not without any intermission, till the Lord look down and behold from heaven. Mine eye affecteth mine heart because of all the daughters of my city." You know, just an embarrassment, man. All right. Hey, when it talks about the confusion of faces, it's talking about the shame of face. Because Jake is doing a lot of shameful things, man. They're totally degenerated. The Lord said, "I planted thee as a noble vine, but how then are you unto me as a degenerate plant of a strange vine?" You know. So yeah, our people we need the kingdom. That's all I can really say, man. We need deliverance. Jake, they got to be put out of their misery, and Lord willing, we're worthy enough, to be, delivered, man, to be redeemed up out of here and set up a righteous kingdom. And the Lord's gonna, because the Lord, He's healing us with this word. This word is a ointment. This word is a medicine. Our people, they still don't have this word in them. That's why they're still, filled with putrefying sores and bruises and open wounds, man. It ain't been patched up. Surrounded by wicked influences, man. Satan. And Esau kicking back, man. And you already know he's doing all the, like it says in Revelation 12, for the accuser of our brethren. Put the bottle to Jake and make them drunken that you may look upon their nakedness. They say, let our eye look upon Zion. They love looking at you niggas when you carrying on in this behavior. Moms twerking in front of the school. A nigga laughing at his friend dying from an allergic reaction. Kids getting on the camera with a fucking loaded gun, and the young group don't know about gun safety. Why is there even a gun around? Put it to your cousin's head and blow his damn brains out right on camera, and then you turn the gun on yourself because you realize what you did, and then you come on, man. So that's why it's nothing left. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, man. That's what has to happen. Jay got to go. All right, their deeds overpass the deeds of the wicked, man. And you got Jake that be in Israel. We gotta have compassion, brothers. We gotta love the 2/3. Man, the hell with them, man. Scriptures say not to pray. Not what was that? Let me get it. Because I mean, it will make you lament. But the Lord even had to tell Jeremiah, "Hey, man, don't cry for these people, man." Let me see. Was it Jeremiah 14? Jeremiah 14 and 11. It says, "Then said the Lord unto me, Pray not for this people, for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence." So the Lord already got it out for Jake. Such as for the sword unto the sword, such as for the famine to the famine, such as for death unto death. The Lord's gonna do it. And Jake already been forewarned because the word is out. They all know about this. Let's get Jeremiah 7 and 14. Salakia 16. So Jeremiah 7 and 16, it says, "Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee." All right, and ultimately, like with those two, the 12-year-old and the 14-year-old, that was ultimately judgment. All right, neither of them perished being innocent. All right, the judgment is going out, man. So anyway, I just want to go into that, and Lord willing, this was edifying, and we give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. And until the next lesson, Shalom.